Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, June 26th. It's 10:39 a.m. on this beautiful, cool morning. My name is Francis Corcoran. I chair the Finance Committee. Today, I would like to call the meeting of the Finance Committee for June 26th to order. If I could I get a roll call, please?
Chair Corcoran.
Here.
Director DeMarquis. Here. Director Krasansky.
Here.
And I know that Director Zarowski is absent, but you have a quorum.
Great. Thank you very much. Okay, so with that, having a quorum, we have a few items of housekeeping to take care of before we go into our reassessment of the charter. The first item of business is the approval of some draft minutes. So there's three of them, and I'll take them one at a time because certain members were present, certain were not. The first item is I would seek the approval of the draft minutes of June 2024 Finance Committee. Is there a motion to approve?
I abstain. I was absent.
I will make that motion. Is there a second?
Thank you.
All right, any discussion on the draft minutes? There being none, all in favor of its approval? Aye. Opposed? There being none, it passes. The second item of business today is the approval of the draft minutes from December 12th, 2024. And with that, I will make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Perfect, thank you. Any discussion, members? There being none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The minutes pass. They are approved. The last set of minutes we need to approve are the most recent ones from the May 22nd, 2025 Finance Committee meeting. And again, I'll make a motion for their approval.
I will second.
Beautiful. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The draft minutes are approved. Okay, so that's a little bit of the housekeeping. Our next item of business today is the review and reassessment of the Finance Committee charter, which we do every year. So the members know there are no proposed changes to the charter since it was last approved. I didn't know if we wanted to have any further discussion on it. I know everyone's had a chance to look at it. There are literally no changes to it. And so I'll make a motion for its approval and recommendation to the full board at our meeting later on today. So I'll make that motion if there's a second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Charlie. And is there any discussion on the charter? Again, there have been no changes. I know everyone's had a chance to review it. So if there's no discussion, I will call for a vote for its approval.
Aye.
Aye.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, the finance charter is once again approved for this year. The next item of business is the presentation of the annual debt report for the fiscal year ended March 31st, 2025. And Emily and Albert are going to go over that with us and review that. So with that, I'll turn it over to Emily and Albert.
Thanks, Francis. So before the Finance Committee is the annual debt report of the corporation. The report consists of three schedules detailing EFC's debt-related activities over the past fiscal year. The first is a detail of EFC's SRF debt by series, and there were 4 series issued in state fiscal year 2025. The first was New York City Municipal Water Financing Indenture series, totaling par of $717 million, so quite a large issuance. This refunded series 2014A, 2010B, which was our Build America bond series, as well as short-term financings. And this was done under the committed subsidy model. 24B was the next series, which is a standalone refunding of series 2014B under the 2010 MFI, and was also a committed subsidy. Lastly, 25A and B were issued together. 25B was a taxable series in conjunction with A, which was tax exempt. both under 2010 MFI for a total par of 128 million, 121 million being A and 7 million being B. And this refinanced clean water and drinking water short-term financings. No refunding of prior EFC issuances under either series. The second schedule lists debt issued under EFC's industrial financing program and no changes from the prior year. The third schedule is the costs of issuance paid for 2024A, 2024B, and then 2025A and B.
You're on mute.
Sis, it looks like you're muted.
Not anymore. Albert, thank you.
Take something, get a pad. Sure.
Is there anything else you guys would like to add?
I have just a question about the industrial finance. When was the most recent one that was issued under that program?
That was
2020.
2020.
Okay, I guess I'm wondering, is there any special expert, I know they pay for themselves. It's sort of like, again, I understand the rationale and how it works. I guess I'm wondering if there's any special knowledge that you sort of need to retain, or any expertise, or any, I would say, cost to the corporation of just having the ability to do it. You haven't done it in 5 years. And, I understand it used to be used very heavily. I guess I'm just wondering, is it something that's maybe no longer that important? Maybe, I know it's in law. I guess I'm wondering if it's still seen as an important function of government to have it. I know other public benefit corps have that, they do more, right? I'm wondering, for this operation, is it something that you still think that it's important to retain?
We still have it there, but it's basically kind of on hold.
Right.
We're not encouraging folks to come in.
Right. But they're still able to, and they do. They sort of flirt with it. They look at it. The one company,
Right,
pretty much.
yeah.
There also may be some tax law changes that could impact this program.
Right. That's
True.
true.
The tax exemption,
To make it more attractive.
to make it, to prohibit it.
Oh, interesting.
So they're looking at taking away tax exemption,
Got it.
whether it be
Right.
across the board,
To save
which
money.
could impact us,
I see.
Mhm.
or going after private activity bonds
Got it.
like these,
Mhm.
or educational,
Yep.
university
Yep.
issuance, so things like that.
So then wondering, sort of like, is there a world where we say, even short term, like, let's say, before they do that, is there something we could use this for differently? Like this wasn't envisioned in the 70s, the 80s, whatever. Like, does it open the door to something else that maybe we would like to accomplish? Again, I'm just sort of wondering, it's sort of stuck in time. It's a little bit of an anachronism.
I think if something came to us that was
Close.
really,
Yeah.
like really good and then kind of a innovative environmental project or something, but we've chosen to focus on, especially with all the extra federal funds and the amount of state grant programs that we're administering, to really focus, and that was, SRFs, to focus on our core programs at this point.
Mhm. Okay. Just thought I'd ask. I mean, it's there.
Right, it's still there.
Okay.
Good
Thanks.
question, Charlie.
Appreciate
It
it.
is a good question. Yeah, and thanks for the explanation of why we're kind of letting it stand down. Are there any other questions on the annual debt report? As usual, looked great, so appreciate Emily and Albert for doing it. So members, any other questions or any further discussion? Okay, so I'd like to take a motion to vote to approve this report and to recommend it to the full board that they accept it and approve it at a meeting as ID number 1 today. And so with that, I would take a motion to recommend the approval of the annual debt report, or the acceptance of the annual debt report for 2025, March 31st.
Motion moved.
I'll second.
All right, for a motion and a second by Charlie. Any further discussion on the report? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, there being none, it passes in Finance Committee and we'll recommend it to the full board as ID number 1 on our agenda today. Emily and Albert, thank you as always for your good work on these issues. If there is no other business for the Finance Committee and everyone now knowing the password, should they want to come on with video, I would make a motion that we adjourn until our next meeting.
Motion moved.
Is there a second?
Charlie said yes.
Oh, thank you, Charlie. Motion and a second, and having a full quorum. I thank you to all members and all staff today for being here. With that, I'll take a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.